Okay, 10 people. Hello. Okay, until we wait for the other people, I will start to tell you what we will do today. The last week in the theoretical lesson, I show you some of the main principles of graphic design, the format of files, the color spaces, some mistakes that are done in graphic design and how to don't do these errors. Today, I would like to share with you the software that we will use, the platform that we will use for all the works that will be done for the project. This platform, it's called Adobe Express. If you want, I can give you in the chat the link. No, the link, it's the URL is too long, but I will simply write the name of the app in the chat. So Adobe Express. And the cool thing about this platform is that you don't need physically to use space in the device that you will use for create for designing things, but it all works in cloud, so online. Another cool thing is the fact that this platform is available, first of all, on computers. You can use it with the fact that it's a web-based app. You can use it in laptops, okay, normal computers, but it is also available to be used in mobile devices like smartphones and tablets. Of course, I will show you the differences between the mobile version and the computer application. But the first thing that we will see is that using a computer, you will have more control of what you will compose, because you can use the mouse, you can use the arrow keys on the keyboard, but you can also work with your hands using the touch screen of your, again, smartphone or tablet. Okay. But I think that we can start. Now we are, as usual, I am recording the lesson. So you will have the video of the lesson available if you need to see it again, or for people that will come later or not come. So don't worry about people that will come later. Now, let me start. So I will share my screen, and I will start to, as you can see here, this is the the main title screen of the app of the platform. And the first thing that you need to do is to sign in into the platform. I will show you all, not all the features, but I will show you what it's more interesting for you, that I think that will be interesting for you. And you basically, Adobe Express, it's a free software. Let's see if there is. And okay, I'm seeing that Rayane is asking if it's free. Yes, basically it's free, but with some pro features that where you need to pay a fee for each month for use it. But I will show you the fact that also with the basic stuff, with the basic features, we can produce something good, because the important thing is not to how expensive is the software, but it's how you use it that makes a graphic designer in this case. Okay, so here you can see that you can log in with a simple email address, or you can sign with Google, with Facebook, and with an Apple ID. Now I will proceed with a Google account. So a simple tap on continue with Google, and you will see now I have a lot of email addresses here available, but I will use this one. It is my work. It's my work mail, and this is the main screen of the app, where you can you have some options, like for example here, start from your content. You can generate custom images with the AI. You have a lot of quick actions that you can use, or you can browse the templates that Express give us the possibility to use. One thing that you have to see, if you click here, you can see your account icon, and you can see that there is your name, the mail associated to the account. And important thing, if you want to generate stuff with AI, you have 25 credits that you can use for generating images. That's for the free version. So I know that in this period, a lot of people use AI, but in this case, we have some limitations. That's because I would like to show you something that you can prepare for with zero effort of money. Okay. You can set the app. In this case, I set the app in English for help you to see better, for being everybody in the same situation. Now, well, the first thing that we can see here is this one. Then, and we have some things that Adobe Express suggests us to do. In this case, we have an Instagram square post, we have a logo, we have the remove background option that works quite good if you need to maybe remove the background of an image that you want to use in a graphic composition. You can create a lot of documents like flyers, brochures, and similar. You can create Instagram stories, and there is a lot of templates for that. You can generate a QR code if you need to do this, and it's a very quite complete editor that allows us. For example, if I click here, you can see that we have to paste a link here, and when we can choose the style of the appearance of the QR code. So we have the classic squared version. We can also choose. Oh, I don't know why it's not taking. Okay, maybe let me use. A shorter URL because it's not taking the link. Okay, as you can see here, the with too much longer links URL, you will not be able to use this function. We can change the style. We can change, for example, the style of the squares that compose the code. You can use this more rounded style, or you can choose dots. You can choose the style of the border of the markers between the squared, the rounded square, and the circle, and you can choose the marker, the center of the markers between squared and rounded. You can choose some colors, because maybe not normally a lot of people use the simple black color for QR codes, but we can choose some color option if we want to make something more funny to see, paying attention to the fact that we need our QR code has to be visible and readable. So you have these color options, and the final part, the final option is in which format we want to export our file. If you remember the last lesson, I explained you some of the most used format in vector or raster format. In the software allows us to export in PNG, that it's good for be used for web stuff. In JPG, that can be used for if we need to print our composition, or you can download it in SVG file, that is the open source format file, and eventually you can open this file with other softwares like Illustrator or similar for directly create from zero vector files, but I will not show you in these lessons these programs, because first of all, some of them are not free. You have to pay for use them, like Illustrator, for example, Photoshop, and similar. There are open source options, not options, sorry, open source alternatives for work these kind of files, but with the fact that most of you are working on we work on smartphone and tablets, they are only available on computers. So we'll try to do our best with this platform. Okay. once we are done with our settings, we can simply download the file. An important thing to all the things that we create in Adobe Express is the fact that it is not, you don't need to save your file, because working on the cloud, every step you do in the composition will allow you to automatically be saved in the cloud. Once you are done with your composition, you can click and export, but we will take a look later. Here you can see that there is a lot of the first things that the software shows you is some presets, like some pre-made graphics. And you can and it takes note of what you have done, of what you worked on in the previous. Maurel has a question. Yes, you can talk. Tell me.
Okay, thank you, Andrea, for your presentation.
Yeah.
I have a question. I'm really interested in QR codes.
Yeah.
So when you open this site in your software, I feel really interested. But my question is that, is it possible to like link the QR code with a kind of PDF file that is saved somewhere instead of linking to a URL? That's
Okay.
my question.
Once, tell me if I understood good. You would like to export the QR code in one format like SVG, JPEG, PNG,
Yes.
and then put it into another file?
No,
right?
no,
No.
not that.
So,
It's like I'm designing a printed circuit for prototyping, and I would like to describe a project in a PDF file and link that PDF file to a QR code that will be printed
okay.
on the board.
I understand. You can't do it directly on Express, but you
Okay.
can do it. Or better, let me make a quick check. No, you can't directly put, because it's a code. It's not a cloud storage software. But if you want to give access to a PDF in this case, or any other file, you
Yes.
can upload the file into, for example, Google Drive.
Okay.
And you can directly.
Okay, I generate the link.
The link,
and
yeah. I will show.
Okay.
For example, you give me a good assist for show you something. The thing that you can do is, for example,
Yeah, I see
now
what you mean.
I will select the first file that comes in my work drive. Now, sorry for the Italian text, but I can't set.
It's okay.
If I click here on the three dots where it says other options, okay, I click here. If I go here on condividi, that means share in English.
Yeah, I know the icon.
Okay, yeah. If you go on here, you can or directly copy the link, but you can also decide if anyone who have the link can be an editor for the file, can only comment, or only visualize. So if you can put a PDF in a QR code, but not directly into the QR code. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's come back here. Okay. So again, we have a lot of models, but the thing that I would like to show you is how to design from zero, because Okay, we have a lot of presets, we have a lot of models, but you can use them for compose for create graphic compositions. But the best thing should be to, in my honest opinion, for experiment with the graphic design to start from zero. The thing that I would like to do by the end of this lesson is to show you the software, and for the next lesson, I would like to see what you have done with the software, and then eventually make some adjustments, tell you if there is something that is not good, something that can be optimized, if there is some errors, okay? So let's start with the interface. If I click here on the plus button, you can see that we can choose what we want to create. In this case, the four options, the first four options that are available are custom size, if we want to if we want to create something from zero that with our fantasy, and you have an idea of about big has to be this file. You can work on a square space, for example, for Instagram posts that normally are in a square size. You can work in landscape because maybe you want to create a video or something that you need to be in a landscape, or in portrait format for if you want to create maybe a reel, if you want to create a graphic composition for an Instagram story, etc. And then we have Instagram square post, logo, flyer, etc., etc., etc. Now let's start with, and you can see here first the standard and the suggested, then the social media. So we have all the, and there is in this software there is a database of all the correct size of the images that are made for the social media. And this is an important thing that we have to know, that you have to know the correct size of each platform, because if you want to create elements that has to be used in social media, the algorithm of the social media take note of the fact that you are using or not the correct size. Okay. So here you can see, for example, on social media, an ad for Instagram, a carousel is the classic squared post on Instagram, a landscape post, a portrait post, the reel, Instagram story, Facebook story, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, or as it called now, X, Pinterest, etc. We have a lot of video formats. For example, we have the classic reel format or a video. A classic video, in this case, it's in full HD, and a lot of presets again. We have the photo format, document format, or marketing stuff, business card, letterhead, logo, media kit, etc. Let's go back to standard and suggested. Before continue, is it's everything clear? Do you have any questions? I have to repeat something. No, better. I will continue. So let's go on custom size. And here you can see that you can choose the size that you prefer. By default, the software, the platform allows us to use the pixel unit of measurement, because if we want to create something for the web, the correct unit to use is pixel. But we can choose between inches, centimeters, and millimeters. It depends on what we have to create. Let's remain on pixel. Here, the software take note of the last measurements used. In this case, it was 2560 by 2560, but maybe we can simply choose 100 by 100. And then we can click on create new file. As you can see, now we have an empty canvas where we can work. And the first thing that comes here on the left is the fact that we have the first thing that show us is some of the templates. But we can import photos in the composition with the stock images that you can use from a database from Adobe. There is a platform that it's called Adobe Stock, where you can buy images or use some images for free, or you can upload images. Here, if you see these icons here, you can see that there is the upload icon. If I click there, now you are not seeing the window. Here will appear the loading window of the normal loading windows of Windows, and you can choose an image. For example, now I will upload this one. it's my face. Just a moment. No, sorry. Okay. So once the image is loaded, you can see that it will be automatically put in our scene, in our composition. And the first thing that we can see is that we can scale the image with using these handles here, and automatically maintaining the proportion of the images. We can rotate the image with Ctrl Z. We go back in the action, but maybe in this case the image is squared, but maybe we want to cut some parts, to mask some parts of the image. So using these other handles in each side of the square, we can shrink our image to adjust where to put the size and how we can manage the image. We can remove the background with a quite good effect. We can here where you see this crown means that this is an option that you can use only with the plus version of the software, so we'll ignore it. We can remove objects, insert object. We can crop. And for any element that we load into the composition, we can change the opacity, or a thing that we will see later, you can change the blending option of the image. What this mean? It means that there is not only the simple opacity of an image. You can add some cool effect that can come in handy for create some cool effects. But let's go back to the other parts of the software. Another tab here, there is the template tab that, as I showed you before, there is some presets to use for compositions. You can filter them between price, if there is free, all the resources, what is free and what has to be used with the premium option. You can choose the style, the mood. You can choose the type if there is something that's to be animated. If you want to create something for social media, you can use the animated some animated stickers like you do in Instagram when you create a story directly from Instagram. You can choose the region where the resource is it's made, it's originated. But we will not see this. Maybe you can when you want to, when you will make some test, you can try to use some of these templates. But the best thing should be to create something from zero, in my honest opinion, for learning how, in a better way, how to compose something. You can take inspiration, of course, but for better understanding the rules of composition, it's better to start from zero, start from scratch. Here there is the media tab, again with some keywords. There is animals, fashion, abstract elements, people, etc. Here on the text, we can or use again some presets, like for example this one, where you can change the text, you can change the size of the text. Please switch off the Microsoft if you don't need to talk, because let me, okay, I was saying, so in this case, this is a group of elements that is composed by the text box and this balloon. But and you can see here that the software suggests some presets, for example, for some text, the different text styles. You can change the font again. You can change the setup of the text. In this case, this is the rounded one, but it's not. It's with the short text. It's not a good visual style. You can you can play a lot with that, but you can change the feel of the text and the stroke of the text. In this case, we have these basic options, or you can choose a custom color. And here you can see that there is the color selector, where you can choose manually with moving these sliders. Or if you see here, you can see the values of the hexadecimal color mode. If you remember, I show you this one the last lesson. Or you can add the values of RGB, but the better thing is to use hexadecimal because it's only one value to remember. Okay, so we can compose things like this. Okay, this is ugly, of course, because I am just showing you stuff. I can simple add a text box without graphic elements. So if I click on add your text, it take note of the last font that I've used. And again, I can enlarge or shrink the text. I can move it. I can change the font. As you can see, for example, this font here, Roboto, it's one of the Google fonts. So that is Google Fonts. It's an online platform made by Google where you have the possibility to download for free fonts that can be used in graphic works, or maybe also for web. So they are integrated in Adobe Express. They are integrated in other platforms like Canva, and it's a cool tool to use because they are easily integrated in WordPress. That is a platform that I think that Cristiano will show you and explain you in the web part of the course. So you can change all this stuff. You can, and after that, the most important thing other that you can see here is the elements. These elements are basically some backgrounds or design assets that it's already integrated in the platform, but also you have a big choice of shapes that can allow you to create more complex shapes. For example, for create a logo. Maybe you want, now let me remove this stuff. For example, I would like to create a logo that represents an eye, but I don't have an eye icon here. How can I do? I could, for example, put on the composition an half circle, and I could for example, change the border in leave the black border and maybe add a background color that could be a light gray. I could, for example, add a circle that is here. I can choose the color here and put it here, for example. I can copy and paste the same circle in this case. I can change the color to black, maybe. As you can see, these purple lines is the guides that help us to put in a symmetric way all the elements. So I can put this on the center like this, and maybe I have my eye done. Okay, and that is all made with basic shapes that are available in the software. If you scroll up, you can see that there is for you don't have too much possibility to choice, but mixing together these elements, you can create something cool. Now, another thing that I can do is if I select all the elements, I can click on Control and A, and I select all the stuff, and automatically the software tells us, do you want to group the elements? In this case, I would say yes. because maybe I need to resize all the stuff, all the composition, maybe for putting together other elements. Maybe I want to add a text box, for example. Maybe you can change the font. Photo. Molto black.
C'hai l'adattatore nel caso per PC e penita?
Now, as you can see, now with the
Serve 4 SD.
I can align better the elements. But for example, this could be a logo, for example. I can group it, and I have my composition. Another thing that I can do with the text, here you can play a lot with the spacing, because you can again, you can change the opacity, you can change the thickness of the outline, you can change the alignment from left, center, right. You can add a bullet list. You can play with the spacing. Maybe you can enlarge the spacing of the letters in horizontal and with the lines, because maybe you want to create some cool effect of overlapping of text. So you can play a lot. Okay. The only thing that we can do is to resize, because to resize our image, because it's a feature that is only available on the with the Plus account. But a little suggestion is to, if you want to have an idea of how big will be your file, is to make a sketch with paper. You can shoot a photo with your smartphone to the image, upload it into the Adobe Express platform, put it on the background as a reference, and start retracing with using all the elements that it's available here. Okay. You can also add some charts, grids. There is some add-ons that you can install. But a lot of things, it's things that you can where you can take a better look by yourself, experimenting the platform. Last but not least, here you can see the layers that compose our image. In this case, you can see that you can also enlarge the group that I've created, and you can change the alignment of the things. Okay. At this point, once you have, in case we want to create something, for example, you have to prepare an Instagram post, so you have to create a lot of pages. You can choose to add a new page on the same size, a new page of a custom size because you want to do something particular, You can duplicate what you have already done. So maybe you want to simple change the color of the text, but you need only to change this one. So you have the first option and the second option without create from zero, nothing. You have duplicated the stuff, and you can create variations. Once all is done, you can click on download and select, first of all, if you want to export only one page of your composition or all the pages. And you can download in various format, PNG, JPEG, PDF, or PDF for printing that is already optimized for printing. So with the correct color mode, etc. Or you can share your work with people. So you can, a cool thing about these platforms is the fact that you can cooperate on the same files in more persons. For example, if I click here, I can let work on this file only the people that can access to this. Or I can say anyone with the link can comment or can edit. So you can make group works. Okay? And this is cool for eventually make work groups. I recommend you for now for the next lesson. I would like to see something composed by you, and please use this share option for send me the what you have done. So the next lesson we will take a full look on your works. Okay. Now, there is any question, any doubt, any request? No. Okay, so let me stop sharing my screen. Now, we will take 15 minutes break. Okay. So please, you can remain online here. You can switch off your camera for the people that have the camera open. And after that, I will show you basically the same stuff, but in the mobile application. Okay. So see you in 15 minutes. See you later.
Okay. In 15 minutes.
Okay, are you ready? Please give me a feedback that you are here.
I think we are there.
Okay.
We are online. We are online.
Okay.
Okay, I will ask again. If is there any question, any doubt, any? It's all clear. All the things that we saw for now. Okay. Now, basically, I will now share again my screen, and we will do the same. We will see the same things basically, but on my smartphone. Now, as you can see here, you can. This is a smartphone, and as you can see, I already installed the app. So I simply click, tap on the icon, and open also the chat, so I can eventually, if there is any question, if you want, if you need to ask something, you can also use the chat, guys. Now, basically, okay, now let you show you what you see if the first time that you will open the app. It's basically the same screen that you saw on the computer version of the app. Again, I will sign with Google. And this is the what we see in the mobile version. Basically, it's the same stuff that you can see in the computer version, but of course smaller. So here we have the last things that we have. We have the QR code generator, where we can basically change all the settings that I show you before. Okay, create presentation, Reels, web pages. I think that technically we can do is also to create web pages, but I think that Cristiano will show you better ways to create web pages with other resources. We have all the templates again. As you can see, it's basically the same. And again, we can go on the plus button and change the. We can choose the various size, custom sizes, etc. If you tap here on your stuff, you will see the last things that you the last works that you have prepared. In this case, we can see our eyewear logo. You can see that basically the things that it's the same. It changes a little bit the setup, because we are on mobile. Here we can add pages, duplicate pages, the settings of the canvas. One thing that I forgot to mention before, and it's the same thing that you can see in the computer on the computer app, is the fact that you can choose the background color of our composition. Why I am showing to you this? For the fact that the basic option is the white background for our composition. But an important thing that we can consider, especially for the fact that maybe we want to design a logo, is the fact that we can choose to don't use a background. As you can see here, there is this square layer that represents the transparency. This is I think that it's a standard for representing a file that have a transparency. For example, if you search on Google, I don't know, for example, PNG, for example, you will see that here you can see this image with this this checkers background that represents that the image, it's a PNG file that can be downloaded, and it's a file without transparency. This is important this is an important thing to understand, because normally it's not a rule, but normally a logo has to for make a good work, you need to have transparency, because maybe you need to use it on documents without a white background, for example, or in general to be used in compositions. You can create logos with maybe a colored background, a square, a circle, or whatever you prefer. But the possibility to have a transparency give you more possibility to choose stuff, to be more creative. And this is the reason why I decided to show you this software for work instead of, for example, Canva, because in Adobe Express, you have the possibility to export the files in PNG with transparency directly with the free account. In Canva, it's a feature that you have to pay for use. Okay. Now, again, we can change the background color. We can see the layers here. An important thing that I forgot to mention to show. Can you see the mouse pointer or not? Guys, please give me a feedback.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. This is good because it's difficult to point something with the touch screen. As you can see here, there is these arrows that represents the step forward and backward on what we are doing. That allows us to go back in the modifications of the file, back or forward. This is important to know because having the possibility to go back in our actions give us more control. It's not a destructive software, and this is an important thing to understand. Also, softwares like Photoshop or similar can be used in not destructive or non-destructive mode, or for example, there is the software Paint that is pre-installed on Windows that with the fact that don't work on layers, it's a destructive software. So you can go back in your step, but you have a lot of limitations. And it's a destructive work. Instead of this, softwares like Canva, like Adobe Express, like Photoshop, like Illustrator, like all the open source options of these softwares. Like, for example, there is for vector design, there is a software that it's called Inkscape, that it's basically the open source version of Illustrator. And if there is someone of you that would like to, of course, on a computer, to try to compose something with that, you will see that you will have a very big amount of more possibility to freedom for design stuff. There is, for example, the alternative, the open source alternative of Photoshop, that it's called GIMP, GIMP, that works in the same exact way, but it's a totally free software. There is also online platforms like I don't know if Cristiano already showed you one of them. It's called Photopea, that it's basically the same stuff of Photoshop, but totally free and online. Let me see if it works on mobile. Yeah. You can see. Oh, you can do something also in with a smartphone. Yeah, read. But this is stuff for the future eventually, if you would like to go in more deep on this. Let's go back on our software. Here you can see a composition that I tried to prepare for have a gradient style logo. I was trying to compose something similar to the Google Drive icon, and with a plugin that it's called, let me see what is social media templates. Okay, I have it on the full version of on the computer application. Let me see, marketing. Here we have some presets for create logos, where we can create stuff with all the elements that we can see here. You can draw shapes, but it's not like design it in with other softwares, because the fingers are not very precise. Of course, you can try to draw something for have an idea, but then you should try to adjust in a better way with all the things that you can do. Now, coming back to our compositions, I forgot to show you. No, okay, I think that I stopped sharing the screen, and I will go back to the computer application. So
no, dobbiamo creare adesso, quando facciamo questi sono i nostri esempi. Non sono i nostri esempi.
Let's go back to the let me share again the screen. Okay. Let me open again the chat and the participants. Okay. Now, coming back to the computer application, you can see that here in the recent tab of the application, it took memory of what I've done, of the works that I've prepared. So you see here our stripe that I tried to design with the touch. And here you can see that you can change the style of the path that we've created. So it is a thing that could come in handy if you want to try to experiment something particular. Okay, peculiar. You can do. There is a lot of presets that you can use. You can, as before, you can change the color. And the thing that I forgot to show you is, yeah. If you go on the media tab here, you can see all the stuff that it's okay, but I don't know why it's not showing me the stuff. Yeah, uploads. If you go on your stuff, uploads, you can see all the files that you have uploaded into the platform. In this case, we have my ugly face. And a thing that I forgot to show you before is the blending mode. Now, if I would like to compose something particular, I could, for example, align this here. Going here on blend, you can see that okay, this is normally in other Adobe software there is more blending option, but the most used is normal, so you will see the solid color. Multiply, that give this transparency effect that could be useful, for example, with some adjustments for I don't know, make an effect like a tattoo, for example. Could look like this, or the other one is screen that creates this more lightning effect. Okay, imagine that playing with these options, you could create some cool effects. For example, for not a logo, but an image for a brochure, for a flyer. Okay. Or you could be able to add some effects like the grayscale, darken the color, change the color of the set of the image. You could use some dual tone effects. You could make some adjustments on contrasts, on brightness, highlights, shadows. You can change the saturation of the color. You can change the temperature from cold to hot. You can basically you can make a lot of things for effects known. you can make some very little post-production to your photos. And also this could, for example, could give you the some ideas for compose something without paying anything. There is any question? No? Nothing in chat, nothing here. I don't know. I can show you. Basically, I think that it could be enough for today. Now, I will text this also in the WhatsApp group. For the next lesson, I really would like that you try to compose something. Try to make what you prefer. Try to compose something visual, like some idea for a logo. Try to compose some photos with the effect that I show you. Make experiments. Feel free to do anything you want. The best thing should be to prepare something about a logo. The fact that you will develop a lot of projects for the hackathons could be a good exercise for you, starting taking confidence with the platform. So at this point, thank you for your attention and see you in the next lesson. Okay?
Okay. Please, Luca will send us the recorder for the
Yeah. Now
okay.
after
So we can see again to see how to manage.
After I close the call, I will export the recording of the lesson. I will upload it into the Google Drive and send you the link. Cool. And by the next days, I will also upload the lesson in YouTube with the and give you the link to the YouTube video with the subtitles. Okay.
Okay. Nice. Thank you for you. It's okay.
Thank you again for the attention. See you next.
See you.
Bye bye.
Yes.
Bye bye, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.